Hello, I'm Gareth Walker and I'm here with some post-match reaction for the West Yorkshire Football Show to Bradford City's 2-0 defeat tonight away at Port Vale in League Two. I've just got home, thoroughly depressed, feels like we're bottling it, 1 win in 5. That first half performance was probably one of the worst that we've put out for a while. I thought the first 10 minutes of the game we actually started quite well. We were in possession of the ball, we had the territory, quite calm, and we'd said before the game, me and the lads that I were with, that we just didn't want to concede an early goal because we felt that the longer the game went on, we would grow into the game. And for the first 10 minutes, we looked really comfortable. And then the first time that Port Vale came into our half, the first shot, the first attack they had, it gets a wicked deflection, it loops up over Sam Walker, and it's 1-0 to Port Vale. And they've scored with the first attack, like I said. Very lucky goal, totally against the run of play, big deflection. But how we reacted to that goal, as they say, goals change games, and that goal changed the game because for the rest of the first half, Port Vale had the tails up and we had our heads down, and Port Vale could have had 2, 3, 4 in that first half. They were miles better than us. The second goal that they score is a well-worked goal, but we don't do enough to stop the cross. Adaramola tracks Mitch Clark, the goal scorer, goes with him all the way, but there was only one player winning that header. Mitch Clark wanted it more than Adaramola, and he meets it well and he heads it into the corner, and you're 2-0 down. And thoroughly deserved to be 2-0 down because, like I say, after that first 10 minutes, Port Vale dominated that first half. The only real 2 chances I can think that we had was the Brad Halliday shot from distance that went wide, and the Tyreek Wright chance where he spins the centre half, and he does really well actually, but then he scuffs the shot, and it's a tame effort that the keeper saves easily. But yeah, it just feels like we lost that game tonight because of the way we reacted to that first goal. Yeah, I know it's against the run of play, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing for the fans as well as the players, but you can't react badly like that. You've got to really at the start to manage the game. When you concede a goal against the run of play like that, you've got to manage the game, recover and see it out, and we didn't handle that. Our reaction to that goal just wasn't good enough, and we lost the game because of it. Subs were made at half-time. Huntington goes off, Shepherd comes on. Thought it was a bit harsh on Huntington. He did get spun a couple of times by Jayden Stockley in the first half, but Kieran Kelly was the weak link at the back tonight for me, and I would have taken him off. We were better. Poynton came on, bright spark again like he was on Saturday. Probably our best player when he came on at half-time. Obviously played for the entire second half tonight. We were better in the second half. Probably edged it, arguably, but didn't really create enough. Don't remember their keeper having a save to make apart from the penalty. Then Richie Smallwood steps up to take the penalty after Kavanagh's brought down. We had a couple of earlier penalty shouts. All 3, the one that we got given and the 2 that weren't, the foul on Patterson, the foul on Brad Halliday from the keeper, and then obviously the foul on Kavanagh that got us the penalty, were all probably 50-50 decisions. Probably deserved to get at least 1 penalty out of it, but you just knew, you just had a horrible feeling when Smallwood stepped up that he was going to miss. In front of a packed away end like that, 89th minute, you just felt that he was going to miss. I had no confidence in him scoring at all. And it was really disappointing because you did think that if we had scored that goal in the 89th minute, we had a chance of getting a point because there were going to be 6-7 minutes added on. Port Vale would have got nervous, the crowd would have got on the back, we would have thrown everything at it in that 6 or 7 minutes of time added on. But as soon as Smallwood misses the penalty like we thought he would, it's game over. You're never getting back into it then. Yeah, it's just really, really disappointing. Our away form has not been good enough all season. We've heaped huge pressure on our home form. Feels like Saturday now at home to Crewe is a must-win. Results have gone for us again tonight. Walsall and Donny have drew. Wimbledon have lost. But obviously Port Vale now level on points with us. Donny can go level on points with us if they win the game in hand. It's all tightening up at the top. Like I say, we're 1 win in 5, and it really feels like we're bottling it a little bit. And it's huge pressure now on Saturday. There'll be a big crowd there against Crewe again. And the pressure's on our home form all season because we've not been good enough away from home. I think there'll be changes on Saturday. I think Poynton has to start if he's fit enough to start. Is he fit enough to play 90 minutes? Is that why he's only been on the bench? I don't know. Shepherd has to play. I don't like the way that Graham Alexander has fiddled with the defence too much for me towards the end of the season. I think you need a settled back 3 if you're going for promotion, or any team I think needs a settled defence. And I think we've changed and swapped it around far too much. We need to decide what our best defence is. and stick with it. The only way I can accept or understand you changing it is if you bring like a Huntington in tonight to do a specific job of marking someone like Jaden Stockley. But yeah, just really disappointing. Like I say, it feels like we're bottling it. We've been streaky under Alexander before, winning runs and non-winning runs, and it feels like we're in one of those non-winning runs at the moment, and we need to snap out of it quickly if we want to have any chance of getting in that top 3, because at the moment we're the ones that are looking like we're going to drop out of it. Massive game on Saturday, we need to bounce back. Onwards and upwards with the West Yorkshire Football Show.